Mercedes boss reveals what he told Lewis Hamilton and Valtteri Bottas before Australian GP. However, both drivers ignored the team principle and went for it anyway. Bottas, who won the Grand Prix, ended up with the fastest lap. F1 have introduced an additional incentive for drivers to compete until the end of the race. The driver with the fastest lap will be awarded 1 extra point. The only requirement is that they finish the race in the top 10 places. Mercedes ran a perfect race on Sunday, ending up with a 1-2 in the season opener as they attempt to win a 6th straight Constructors' Championship. Their point tally was added to by the fact that Bottas earned 26 points for his victory. But Wolff admitted that wasn't his plan, as he told Hamilton and Bottas not to go for fastest lap. In the morning meeting when we talked about strategy, I forbade them to go for the fastest lap if we were running first, second or third, he said. I think it was a plot between the engineers and drivers, because the engineers were keen. I need to reconstruct the radio calls and how that happened. At the end I'm very happy. Collecting that extra point I think is good. It's a great new part of the spectacle. I believe that it's taking risks, he added. Especially when you're aiming for the big points, should you go for the fastest lap? But then maybe my reference point in keeping control of a car is my own driving and not the level of the Formula 1 drivers? I didn't like it so much. Next news: Lewis Hamilton, the only way Ferrari can end Mercedes' F1 dominance. Claimed a second place finish in Melbourne on Sunday as his teammate Valtteri Bottas took victory, with Ferrari's Sebastian Vettel and Charles Leclerc forced into 4th and 5th respectively. Mercedes have lifted the World Constructors' Championship title for 5 years in a row, and Bottas and Hamilton's podium finishes have given the team the perfect possible start in 2019. James Allen, a former commentator for BBC and ITV, has given his thoughts on how Ferrari could overtake their rivals during the remaining 20 races. I have always said that for Ferrari to beat Hamilton in a Mercedes, they'll have to execute perfection week in week out, Allen exclusively told Express Sport. They were uneven last year, but if no one undermines Mattia Binotto as team boss, then I think it could be Ferrari's year. Despite the impressive racing from Bottas in Australia, Hamilton remains likely to win his 6th world title, and Allen thinks the Englishman will only continue to dominate the pack. He said, from Hamilton's point of view, I think 2018 was his standout season of Formula 1, he has had a few, but that year he basically won the championship with a car that was second best. A lot of times he did through his only ingenuity and being able to make things happen. Hamilton really is at the top of his game, he is really on top of things and driving at his best. I don't think we will get anything less from Hamilton this year than a repeat performance. Another issue for Ferrari to overcome is the possible battle between Vettel and Leclerc and how they approach the partnership, with Allen suggesting that they have made the right decisions so far. He said, I suspect that Leclerc will be right with Vettel all year. Where Ferrari and Mattia Binotto have been clever, is in managing expectations. By saying that Vettel is our number one, he is our guy going for the championship, and if we find ourselves in a situation where we only have enough parts for one car, then Sebastian will get them. That's a smart move, which doesn't surprise me about Binotto, because when he was younger we was mentored by Ross Brawn, and he was part of the Michael Schumacher, Brawn and Jean Todt dream team at Ferrari that won everything, between 2000 and 2004. For me, the single most interesting and exciting part of the season will be how Leclerc matches up alongside Vettel. He will win races this year, Leclerc, I'm absolutely sure of it. James Allen spoke to Express Sport in his role as president of the destination for millions of cars and racing fans. Next news, F1 news. Daniel Ricciardo tells reporter to shut the F up after Australian GP shocker. Ricciardo was then caught telling a BBC 5 Live reporter to shut the F up during a post-race interview. The Australian, who started 12th on the grid, hit an obstacle on the grass during the start of the race. The impact of the blow sent his front wing spinning into the air and he had to navigate his way back to the pit lane. Renault sent Ricciardo back onto the track with a new wing intact. But after being lapped by eventual winner Valtteri Bottas, the 29-year-old returned to the garage to call it a day. Ricciardo began to explain his downfall in an interview with Ziggo Sport before he stopped to blast another reporter. "It is really frustrating for it to be over so quickly," he said. "I feel you can get away with that so many other places on the calendar. I didn't intend to go on the grass in the first place, but I had a better start than Sergio Perez. I can't concentrate, she's talking too loud." The Ziggo Sport reporter replied, "It's always." And Ricciardo quipped, "Shut the F up." He then went on to finish his answer about why he drove on the grass. "I had a run on Perez, I went and the grass sucked me into that bump. I couldn't see that bump," he added. "I think I did a good job to stop the car. I think I made some positions actually, so I am going to smile because it is way too early to be disappointed. Nico Hülkenberg did 7, so I think we can be a points car and keep building." Next news, Kubica had a moment of panic on the grid. Making his first standing start in more than 8 years, Robert Kubica has admitted there was a moment of panic on the Australian GP grid as he couldn't see the lights. The Polish driver lined up at the very back of the Melbourne grid after a wretched showing from Williams in qualifying. That put him directly behind Carlos Sainz, who was blocking the start lights. "It was my first standing start in 8 years and 4 months, Kubica explained. "I never did a standing start on the grid since Abu Dhabi 2010, and actually it was quite good. I had a bit of panic because when I stopped I couldn't see the lights. The rear wing of the McLaren was hiding it. I could see the first block and not the rest. So I had to move to the left and it was a bit of a panic moment." Kubica's troubles were compounded when he made contact with Pierre Gasly on the opening lap, losing his front wing in the process. He was forced to pit, losing ground to those ahead. With his FW42 woefully off the pace, Kubica was not able to recover and finished the Grand Prix last, 3 laps down on race winner Valtteri Bottas. "I got a good launch but then I had a lot of wheel spin," he continued. "Running into turn 1 I took it very safe. I moved a lot to the inside over the curb, and I thought okay, this is over. I went through the first corner and then from what I saw in car Gasly moved quite a lot to the right. I think there was contact with Sainz but I saw it on the video that he moved a lot to the right and he damaged my front wing, but I actually didn't realize until 100 meters later I lost the whole wing. I thought I lost half of it. Then this wing caused other damage to the car so we had to pit. The car was not feeling great, then additionally 3 laps into the race I lost one of the mirrors, which makes it even more difficult with blue flags. So it was quite difficult. Once I was in clear air I was told the pace was not bad, actually it was good for the car with the state it was in, and I nearly started laughing because from the inside it felt very bad. Thank you for watching the video. Be sure to share and subscribe to your channel to get the latest sports news around the world. Wished health and success. Goodbye.